Having a red week can impact a trader's confidence at a whole different level. The month of February started for me very, very well. I was up almost $180,000 on the first 2 weeks of February. The third week came in, market got super choppy, very hard to trade. Just the way that I trade, I didn't get any follow throughs. And because of that, I ended up starting that week red. Now, there's a couple of things I did to make sure that I don't lose a whole lot of my profits that week. But coming back into the fourth week, I had a plan, and that plan helped me get back on track. Let me show you guys. So here you guys can see I had a pretty solid 2 weeks. First week I was up 120,000. Second week I was up 63,000 almost. And I had one red day in those 2 weeks, which is again very normal. Coming back into the next week, right away, I took a lot of trades, more than I usually take, which is usually 3 to 4. I took 5 trades, down almost $14,000 on the day. Second day, 2 trades, I only made $91. Third day, $785 after 6 trades. And fourth day, took 3 trades and I was down around $1,700. So a lot of mistakes were made when I started the week. Now, those mistakes obviously came because of how my 2 weeks were going. I was doing very, very well. So this is something that I struggle with as a trader, where when I have a lot of good days or good weeks, I tend to start overlooking a lot of things that I shouldn't be doing, such as opening drive. I pay attention to the market. If the market is not clean, it's a sign for me to not take an opening drive. So the mistakes that I made here made me realize I need to size down. I need to wait for confirmations. I don't need to be jumping into every single trade. And as you guys can see, I tried the second day. Third day, the market got the best of me because there's a lot of missed opportunities that happened, and that made me want to chase a lot of trades. So by the end of the week, I was down $16,000, right? Realizing what your mistakes are and giving yourself a day or two off, so where the weekend comes, you kind of have a time to kind of reset, go over your mistakes, and come up with a plan to, all right, what were the mistakes that I made? So in this week, the mistakes that I made were opening drives. That was one. Second was taking trades earlier than 10 a.m. So these two things were one of the biggest reasons why I had majority of these big losses, especially on the 17th. So what I did is I started to stop. I cut out the opening drives. I stopped taking opening drives, and I waited either for 9:45, which was still a mistake because my rule was to wait until 10 a.m., which I broke, got hammered by the market. And when I took both of these things out, going into a new week, my focus was I'm going to wait for 10 a.m. or closer to 10 a.m. before I take any single trade. So going into Monday, you guys can see the first trade I take is within the 8 minutes of the open. Right away, the market punishes me for breaking my rule, and I'm down almost 23% on my trade, right? And then I take a step back, I walk away, walk around my office and try to reset. Now, at this point, I start to realize that I'm not able to pull myself away from these mistakes because of FOMO, because of thinking that, hey, I might end up missing out. It's a new week, market might actually continue. But taking that step back actually helped me go after a setup, which is usually the 15-minute range break. And at this point, I told myself, I'm going to wait for a pullback before I jump in. I'm not going to jump in and take the trade unless if there is a pullback happening. So you see SPY going up, we fail, sellers come in, we push down, we break that 15-minute range that was set. We come and retest that range, and this is where I enter for an 86% return for that day, right? And you see that we get a follow through. I scale out a little bit, we continue, scale out a little bit more, scale out a little bit more here at 33.20. My average entry on this trade was around $12.40. Average exit was $23. And this is the final exit, but at the peak of this, these premiums were almost around $45 to $50. Now, this is one of the superpowers that I think a trader can have, is when you are right, you trust the price action, you trust the process, and you hold that trade. The week prior to this, I was down $16,000. And on this single trade, I made $26,850, almost wiping those losses off and making an additional $10,000, not counting the $7,000 that I was down that day earlier on. But again, that was my mistake. Now, a trade like this after you have a beating from the market is going to boost your confidence. So some of the things that I avoided, or I should have avoided, was one, opening drive. I shouldn't have avoided that, which I did. I waited until 9:40 to take the trade, which didn't work out. But when I realized that I was making a mistake, I closed the trade out and I stepped away from the screen, giving myself time to reset. Once you realize which mistakes that you need to avoid, second thing is going to be you need to size down. My position size had already reached 35 to 45,000. So here, because I was still trying to build my confidence, I didn't take a bigger position size. I stayed around 30 to 35,000 or below that, just so if I'm wrong, that 20% loss that if I do take is not going to be massively big in terms of the loss value number. And when the trade is working out, all you have to do is sit back, follow the price action, increase your stop loss, and you see after the initial scale out here, the first couple of scale outs, I stopped scaling out and I just let the price continue. I should have taken some off here, but at this point, because I was so deep in the money, I didn't really worry so much about giving the profits back because I was like, you know what, it's going, there's very good volume and we might continue. That's a whole different thing that I'll cover in the next video, explaining how to take better scaling out profits. Again, you will make some mistakes, especially like I did here, but as long as your strike is in the money, right, you're still walking away with a good chunk of profits. I hope this video was helpful because a lot of people think that somebody who's been trading for 10, 15 years doesn't have red days or red weeks. Trust me, we all go through it. The only difference between someone who's just starting out versus someone who's been doing it for quite some years is how they bounce back, how they're able to handle that stress that trading throws at them. Even after this, I still had red days, and the only way you will survive in this game is as long as you understand how to bounce back. So I really hope that some of the things that I mentioned in this video will help you guys overcome some of the struggles that you might be facing. Comment below if it was helpful and what content I should be focusing on in the next video. I'll see you guys soon.